so you might do something there. So standing with your feet comfortably under your hips, place your ball under one arm like that next to your rib cage and just rest your arm on it. And we're just going to do a little bit of breathing this way. So we'll let the ball give us that feedback into our body, right? So try to breathe, think of breathing into that side, wherever the ball is, kind of directing your breath into that side of your body. So just take a couple deep breaths here, nice and full, feeling the rib cage expand, and on the exhale, contract. I said, try to almost like you can direct your breath into that lung, right? Nice full breaths. And then we'll do it on the other side to balance out. So bringing the ball under that arm, relax your arm. Again, just taking a couple nice full breaths into the ball. Feeling your lungs really expand. Maybe a little more on that side. And contract. Great. And then taking our ball, we're going to put it between our legs. So somewhere between your thighs, kind of lower thigh area, right? Your legs will come a little wider when you do that. And standing tall, lifting tall through the back of the head, lifting the chest, dropping the tailbone. And then as we inhale, just going to let everything relax. Hi. And as we exhale, we're going to float the heels up and gently squeeze the ball and lower down. So just using that ball again for a little squeeze. Inhale, exhale, float the heels off the ground. A little tiny bit of a squeeze. Inhale, lower down. Yeah, we're using our squishy ball. Playing with our ball today. Right, floating up and back down. Good, one more time. Exhale, float the heels. Maybe a little higher. And lower down. Good, and then taking our ball with our hand, one hand, whichever one you want to start with. Arms out, float one knee up, pass the ball under, and lower down. Float the other knee up, pass the ball under, and lower. So just taking it side to side, very smooth and even. You can only do one side. Take it under the knee, down. Great. Just kind of practice getting a nice smooth flow going. Slow and easy. Yeah. Great. And when you're even on both sides, we'll take the ball out in front of our chest and holding it in one hand, take it behind us, follow that arm back and bring it forward. Take it in the other hand, follow that arm back, taking a little rotation here, side to side, back. Just keeping that breath going nice and full. Yourself twist. And then when you're even on both sides and the ball comes forward, just lifting it up over our head. We're going to take a little back bend by looking up, just taking the ball behind us a bit. Yeah. And then coming back up to standing. Inhale tall, exhale over. So little side bend over to one side. Inhaling back to the top and exhaling over. Inhaling, lift. Couple more. Exhaling to the side. Little side stretch and lift. Now over. Great. And inhale, lift. And relax the arms down. So we'll come to our mat or wherever you want to be and just put your ball down next to it. Roll down here. So inhale, exhale to roll down, letting your body relax and hang, and then little bend and straighten of the knees. And then letting your legs be as bent as they want to be, stacking our spine up so the pelvis comes under us. Arms are relaxed and we stack all the way up. And we roll down again. Inhale, exhale. Kind of like you're peeling off of a wall. You're going to roll down and hang. And while you're hanging, you might take your arms and swing them side to side. Kind of let your torso do a little side to side twist if that feels good to you. Or just bend and straighten the knees. And then walking our hands away from our feet into pike or down dog, letting fingers be spread wide and the knees slightly bent. Lift our tailbone. Just walking the heels, letting your body move around a bit here. Get a little shift side to side. Shift a little forward and back. Kind of pressing that tailbone up, getting that stretch in the back of our legs. Relax our head. And then we can kind of scooch our hands a little farther away from our feet a little farther away from our hands, coming into some kind of a plank, high plank or regular plank or whatever feels good to you. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then we'll come onto the mat, lower down, however you would like to do that, and around onto sitting and onto your back. We're going to bring our ball between our thighs again here. So it's wherever it feels comfortable to you. And let's take our arms kind of up, kind of overhead a little bit, just wherever they're comfortable. Your arms can relax on the ground, right? However that is for you. Everybody's going to be different in their shoulders, right? Take a nice deep breath. And then as we exhale, gently squeeze the ball, peel the spine off the mat into a bridge, adjusting our feet as needed, relaxing our shoulders at the top. Take an inhale as you press the hips up and melt the spine down on your exhale. Relax as you inhale. And again, we'll peel off the mat on our exhale, just gently squeezing that ball, right? Pressing the hips up, relaxing our shoulders. And exhaling down, melt the spine down. Great. And again, inhale, exhale, peel up off the mat. Good. Inhale at the top and exhale, melt the spine down. And as your hips come down, stretch your arms over your head, lift your arms, lift your head and shoulders. As you reach, you're going to squeeze the ball and roll yourself up. Take a stretch over your legs. Good. Inhaling here as we lift, and we're going to roll back and let our feet slide in as we exhale. Arms can just kind of sweep along your side and up over your head. Inhaling, bridge up on your exhale. Inhale at the top, exhale, bridge back down. Inhale, lift the arms, head and shoulders, straightening your legs and squeezing your ball, roll up. So we'll just do this little sequence a few times. Take a stretch and inhale, lift. Exhale, you're going to roll back and slide your feet in. You can sweep your arms out to the side or take them up and over your head, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat. And just keep going with this flow. Nice deep breath. Exhale, roll back down, and we lift our head and shoulders. Our arms reach. We squeeze our ball to roll up. Take a stretch. Inhale, exhale back. Slide the feet in. Arms over our head. Exhale, peel on up into your bridge. Inhale, exhale, melt the spine down. Lift the arms, the head, shoulders. Exhale, squeeze and roll up. Stretch. This time we'll lift and we'll roll back. Slide the feet in. Sweep the arms over the head. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat. And we're going to stay in our bridge at this point and just stay here as you gently squeeze the ball on your exhale. Relax the shoulders and just keep pressing the hips up a little bit. Okay, so take an exhale, squeeze, and sort of press just a little bit more up. Getting a stretch in the front of our hips. Good. And the next exhale, letting our spine melt down, one vertebra at a time. And just relax your hips, relax your arms. Good. And then bending elbows, clasping our hands behind our head. Just scoot myself down. Good. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to press our head and shoulders up, gently squeezing the ball. Lift that ball up or lift the legs up. And then lie the head and shoulders back down, inhaling. Exhaling, press up, squeeze the ball, and straighten the legs. So they're going to be at whatever angle they're at, right? And then inhale, bend and lie back down. Exhale, press up, gently squeeze and straighten your legs. Inhale, bend and lie back down. Okay, exhale up again. Inhale, lie back down. Exhale up again. Folding and unfolding our body. This time we'll add just a little rotation. We exhale up, reach those legs out, turn to the left, come back to center, bend the knees and lie down. On our exhale, we press up, extend the legs, little turn to the right. Back to center as we bend and lie back down. Okay, exhaling up, turn to the left. Back to center, lie back down. Exhale up, turn to the right. Back to center, lie back down. Two more. Exhale up, turn to the left. Back to center as our knees bend, we lay down. One more, exhale up, turn to the right. Back to center, lie back down. Great. Now we're going to stay here with your arms, our hands behind our head. Ball here between the legs. Take your legs over to one side. Really let your shoulders anchor here. And your elbows hopefully can be on the ground as well. Lift the legs up. Take a little sway to the other side. So see if you can just kind of do a little bit of a twist with your hands behind your head. Using your breath and that little squeeze on your ball, right, to lift the legs back up. And breathe. Good. And then when we come to the top, we'll go ahead and take our ball out from between the legs, put it on top of our knees, hug your legs and kind of rock around for a moment. Your body relax. And then coming to center, we'll inhale, relaxing our legs. As we exhale, we're going to press the ball into our legs into the ball. And then relax as you inhale, right? Press on your exhale. Inhale, relax. Feeling the tailbone get a little stretch as it lifts off the mat. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. Good. And then go ahead and relax. Put the ball back between your thighs where it was. Good. Hands behind the head. Inhale. As you exhale, press your head and shoulders up a little bit. Just kind of float them off the ground, however high they come. And then we're going to bring our legs away from us. And we're going to take our head and shoulders toward the ground a little bit. And we're going to exhale everything back up to the top, just gently squeezing, right? So inhale away. So this is a serious crunch. Inhale away, squeeze the ball, and exhale everything back to the top. Kind of unfold yourself as you inhale, and then fold yourself up. Opening on our inhale, closing on our exhale. Inhale, open, legs go away, head goes towards the ground, not all the way down, just however far you want to bring your legs away from you and your head and shoulders away. Exhale up. One more. Inhale away and exhale up. Okay, relax everything. Take your ball. Well, you can leave your ball there if you want. Just hug your knees, relax your body. Okay, and then putting our feet on the ground, we're going to take our arms over our head, do a big stretch, reach your arms up, lift your head and shoulders, squeeze your ball and roll yourself up. We're awake now. Okay, so take your ball, put your legs into, bring your legs into like a diamond, right, or butterfly with the feet together. Knees in that loose bend, lift the sits bones. Put your ball here. And we're just going to roll the ball. Our feet stretch forward. And roll it back in as we stack up. So just letting it roll over your feet. Roll it away. Stretch. And roll it back in as you stack back up. And just breathing here. And bring it back. And when you come back, straightening our legs right in front of us, like that. Put your ball here as you rest your hands on it. Inhale, exhale, roll it towards your feet. And stack back up. Okay, and just roll it away as you stretch towards your feet. And roll it back in, stacking back up. Keep going, stretch. The ball should help us get that nice rolling feeling in our spine. Now we're going to straddle the legs a bit, however wide you want to straddle them, really. And your hands on the ball this way. And we're just going to roll it out again. Stretching. And roll it back as we stack up. Good, nice full breath. Roll it out. And one more time. Good. All right, and when we come to sitting, we're going to bring our legs together. Now, the main thing is you need to be able to sit tall with your spine tall. So the knees might need to bend. Might not be able to have your legs completely straight. So just let your legs bend, but think about keeping the spine really tall, right? So what we'll do is we're going to pull the ball into our chest. Inhale, lift the spine tall. Exhale, twist to one side, right? Keeping the ball there. Inhale, reach your arms straight out in front of you. Exhale, lift the ball over the head. Inhale as it comes back in front. Exhale, bring the ball to your chest and back to forward, right? So inhale tall, exhale twist the other way. Inhale, stretching our arms straight out. Exhale, lifting it over our heads. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, bring that ball in and center. Okay, so just a little sequence of a twist here. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back in front. Exhale, bring it in and forward. One more. Nice deep breath, twist. Reach those arms forward, lift it up by your ears, arms by your ears. Bring it forward, bend the elbows to bring it in, and come back to center. All right, and then put your ball between your ankles or calves, wherever you can hold on to it, kind of the low calf ankle area or your feet. Okay, so we're going to come onto our back and bring our legs up and extend them to the ceiling here. Arms out from our shoulders. I realize some people's knees might be bent. That's okay if your knees are a little bent like that, but see how straight you can get the legs. And then taking our legs to one side on our inhale, anchoring our arms and shoulders, and exhale back to the top. And then inhale the other direction, anchoring the shoulder, and exhale back. Inhale to the side, and exhale back. Inhale to the side, and exhale back. Now take a little circle, inhale it to the side, circle it away from you, around to the other side, and back to center, and alternate your circle, other way, take it away, around, and back. Nice deep breath, exhale it away, around, and center. And the other direction, exhale it away, around, and center. Now stay here with your legs to the ceiling, bend your elbows, clasp your hands behind your head, lift your head and shoulders a little bit off the mat. And now we're going to steer our pelvis. So you're going to steer to the left with the right leg coming up more, the left leg going away, and back to center, steer to the right. So that left leg comes on top. So we're just going to, basically we're just rotating our pelvis, right? As you steer to the right, back to center, steer to the left, back to center, supporting your head with your hands. Right? You could even have your head on the ground, so it's a little easier if your head's lifted. So just rotate, center, rotate, center. There we go. All right, and then you come center, bend your knees. So if you can still hold on to that ball, we're going to inhale as we pull the knees in. Maybe adjust your ball so you can open your knees a little bit, right? You might need a little adjustment, but hang on to the ball. We're going to pull the ball in as we open our knees, and then we're going to exhale, stretch the legs out. So we're in like frog position with the ball, right? Inhale, lie back down, knees open. Exhale, stretch it out. Inhale, lie back down and open those knees as you pull the ball in. Exhale, stretch it out. One more. Nice deep breath. All right, and this time you can lie down and relax. Go ahead and put your feet on the ground. And we'll, so your ball, hopefully you're able to hang on to your ball. It's still there between your ankles on the ground, right? Let go of your head with your arms, bring them by your side, and then put your ball under your left foot. Right, so you've just got your left foot resting on it, And then you're just going to extend that leg, roll your ball away, and pull it back in. Roll it away, and roll it back. Roll it away. Got some control on that ball, and roll it back. Now we're going to press our hips up, however high they come off the ground, and now roll it away, and bring it back in. Yeah. Holding our pelvis nice and steady, right? You're just going to move the ball away from you and back. Away and back. And breathe. Good. And then when you come back on this one, go ahead and lower the hips down, relax them. Take the ball under your right foot. Going to be tricky for me. And start by just rolling it out and in with your hips on the ground. Roll it out. Bring it back. Out. And bring it back. And then we'll lift our hips. And now roll it away, holding the hips steady, and bring it back. A little nice stretch in the front of the hip as well. Roll it away. Yeah, keep going, a couple more. Breathe. And when you bring it back this time, go ahead and lower the hips down. And then we'll take our ball and we'll bring it underneath our sacrum, right? So just lift your hips up, put the ball under your sacrum, stretch your left leg out, pick up your right knee, take your left arm over your head and let it relax. Hopefully this is not too much of a balance challenge. If it is, just make any adjustments you need to. I'm going to stretch through that left leg. And then we'll take that left arm down, put your right foot down and switch. So grab hold of your left leg, right leg stretches out, right arm over the head. Maybe if that's doable for you. Stretching through that right leg, get a little bit more stretch in the top of our leg here in our hip flexors. And then we're going to come out of that, bring your arm down. And now, feet on the mat, arms by our side, we're going to lift one leg, other leg into tabletop. So now we're balancing, balls under our sacrum, right? And just feel how that feels, like that stability, right? And then we're just going to unbend one leg and reach through our heel and bend it back in. Unbend the other leg. Back in. Exhale, single leg stretch, right? Stretch through the heel as you exhale. Inhale back. All right, and then when you are even on both sides, just kind of feel that stability challenge a little bit. Go ahead and put your left foot on the ground, extend your right leg to the ceiling, and then we'll press our hips up. Good. Lower into the ball. Press the hips up. Lower into the ball. Stay here. Lowered into the ball. Draw a little circle with your leg. So a little leg circle as we exhale across, down, around, and up. Little quick kind of circles, right? Pretty small, pretty quick. Stabilizing on the ball. Maybe they're bigger circles, just kind of depends on how you are doing on your ball there, right? Now reverse your circles. kind of brings in some of those little tiny stabilizing muscles, right, to have that imbalance under our sacrum. Okay, and then we're going to stop, bend that knee, put that foot on the ground, draw your left leg up or your other leg up to the ceiling, press your hips up and lower down. And press your hips up and lower down. And do circles. Inhale, exhale, circle it around. Cross down, around, and up. I realize your leg might not be totally straight. That's okay. Just remember your knees should be in line with your hip, not your toes. Your toes don't need to be in line with your hip. And then we're going to reverse. Push the air out. And then stop and bring that foot back onto the ground. Good. And then stretch. See if you can stretch both legs out. If that's comfortable for you, to stretch both legs out on the ground. If that doesn't hurt your sacrum, do that and get a nice hip flexor stretch if you can. It depends on the size and the inflation amount of your ball. All right, and then bring your feet back under on the mat. Press your hips up. Really press them up. Pull the ball out and melt the spine all the way down. Oh, all right. Let's come onto our side, and we'll put the ball under our waist rib cage area, whichever side you want to start with, so that it's low, but your hips are all the way down, right? So kind of low on the rib cage, but hips all the way on the ground. Stretch the top leg out. Slide your arm under. Take a little side stretch here. Feeling our spine bending laterally, feeling our rib cage opening on this side. Breathing here. And then we're going to add movement. So we're going to inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to lift up, pressing up with that bottom arm, lifting our leg. And then inhale back over. Take a stretch. Exhale, press up. Inhale, arm goes over, leg lowers down. Exhale, press up. And you might, find a comfortable position for your head and neck. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale. This time we'll stay up on our exhale. We'll reach our arm forward, reach our leg back, stretch away, and bring it back on our exhale. Press up, and then reach away as we inhale, and press up on our exhale. Reach away. One more. Stretch and press up. Arm overhead, lower the leg down. Relax on your ball. Really good for our spine to be in this lateral flexion, right? Once in a while. And then go ahead and bend that bottom elbow. Rest your head on your hand. Top hand on the ground, pressing your head into your hand. You're going to lift up, lower back down. Okay. Use your both arms to help you so that you're not using your neck muscles, right? So press and lower. We're using all of these muscles. If you want more challenge, you want to do this, you can put your arm on your leg. Do that. Reach for your foot. Or you can have your hand behind your head, lift up that way, which is really hard. So take your pick. Good. And breathe. Just try to keep your neck from doing the work. That's the main thing. Really gets into our side torso. All right, and then we'll take one more stretch over our ball, maybe even pull a little bit on your arm if you want to kind of accentuate the stretch. All right, and then go ahead and press yourself up to sitting, and we'll cross that top leg over bottom leg and take a little hip stretch, little short hip stretch. So if you want to just stack your legs, pull forward or whatever you like to, yeah. Come into figure 4 stretch or giving that hip a little bit of a stretch. You could stay in for a very long time. It's so good. But we won't. Oh. Okay. Before we fall asleep, we're going to come on to our other side. Get too relaxed, I mean. Okay, so ball underneath the ribs, waist area, and make sure the hips are all the way down, top leg straight. Lie down on the ball. Now, feel where it is. Does it need adjustment? Yeah. Just breathing into that rib cage and feeling our spine bend that direction. Hopefully that's comfortable for you. Everybody's ball is probably a little different as far as the size and how inflated it is. All right, then we're going to inhale as we exhale, pressing ourselves up a little bit with our bottom arm lifting and inhaling back. Stretch, exhale up. Taking a little stretch on the inhale and press up on your exhale. Again, finding a comfortable position for the head and neck. Maybe it follows your movement, or maybe your head wants to look down. Good. 4. Inhale, reach. Exhale up and stay here. We're going to reach away on our inhale and press back up on our exhale, lifting that leg. Reach away. Exhale, press up. Inhale, reach away. And exhale, press up. And then arm goes over the head, lower the leg down. Good breath. Bending our bottom arm to rest our head on our hand, top hand on the ground to start with, and then you can make it more challenging if you want. So we press our hands into our head and into the ground to lift up. Right. One side's going to be probably harder than the other, and make sure we're going directly side. You're not leaning forward here, right? Make sure you're not leaning yourself forward when you lift, just straight up and down. Maybe your hand on your leg or behind your head. Oh my God, that's way too hard. Okay. Breathe. You have a larger ball, right? Then it's easier. Your ball is not as large. It's going to be a little harder or not as inflated. So just breathe. Even with a lot of assistance, this exercise is pretty challenging. It's really using all these muscles that aren't used to being used very much. All right, last one, and then take one more stretch over the ball. Oh, hopefully nobody got a cramp in their rib cage. So let's give that side a nice stretch. And that one exercise will give you an hourglass figure if you do it a few times. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves up, or if you want to do a hip stretch on your back, you might do that as well. Cross that top leg over, and however you would like to stretch that hip, maybe stack your legs or come into figure four. Sitting or laying down, figure four, whatever feels good to you. And of course, moving the head and neck around, moving the shoulders, whatever feels good to your, whatever your body needs right now. Okay. Then we're going to come around to our all fours. And if you're not able to be on your all fours, maybe you can find a way to make this work for you. Put the ball between your knees. It could be on your back. Okay, so hands, fingers spread wide, right? Finding your position here. Feel stable. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to gently squeeze the ball and curl the tailbone under, bring your back around a bit, and then coming into an arch as you release. Right? And then on our exhale, we're just going to gently squeeze the ball, curl the tailbone under, round our back. And then as we inhale, release and come into an arch, just letting the spine move and using that ball, right, just to give a little squeeze to help us engage our inner legs, pelvic floor. Inhale as we arch, and then exhale, curl. Good, and then we're going to come to neutral, tuck your toes into the mat, and inhale. As you exhale, curl the tailbone round the back, lift the knees off the ground. Lower the knees, come into an arch. Good. And then exhale, curl the tailbone, round, lift the knees. Lower, and come into an arch. Just doing that a couple more times. Curl as you exhale, round, lift, float those knees up, and float them back down. Arch. One more. Round, float the knees. Lower down, and relax your toes, your feet, arch your back. Great, and come to neutral. So one more thing we're going to do with the ball here between our knees is we're going to keep just holding on to it. Inhale with your neutral spine, and then on the exhale, reach your left arm out, right? Inhale, put that hand back to the mat, and exhale, reach your right arm out. Inhale, back to the mat. Exhale, reach the left arm, so arm goes by the ear, reach, and bring it back. One more time, exhale, reach that right arm. and bring it back down. Great. Stretch back on toward your heels a bit. Just reach your arms out, take a little stretch. And then come up. It's Friday, so we got to do fun stuff with our ball. All right. So taking our ball between the calf, squeeze it with your calf and thigh of whichever leg you want to start with. Doesn't matter. Okay. So you're going to hold on to it. And you're just going to lift that leg up, right? So try to get your leg in line with your hip as much as possible, right? To get it level as much as possible, hanging onto the ball. And then you're just going to kind of lift it as if you were pressing your foot toward the ceiling, like pulse it up, right? Pulse your foot toward the ceiling, or think of pulsing your knee up. Just a little tiny pulse. And then hold and do a little tiny squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Very small little squeezes as you hold your knee up. I know it's intense. Go ahead and let that leg come down, that knee come down and relax, but keep your ball there. Hang on to it. Now we're going to take our leg out to the side, straight out to the side and down. Like a dog and a fire hydrant, right? Lift and lower. So we open our hip, lift that knee up and lower back down. Lift up and lower. And I'm not going to make you squeeze the ball, don't worry. Lift up and lower, and that's enough. All right, take your ball out from your leg. Take a moment to come off your hands and shake them out. Always, feel free to make a ledge with your mat, have padding and something under your wrist to help your hands. Okay, balls between your calf and thigh of your other leg. And also, you can also shift your weight back a little bit toward your feet. That'll help take some weight off. Okay, lift that knee up, lift that leg up. Try to get the knee in line with your hip and just pulse upward, little tiny pulse. And like you're trying to press your foot into the ceiling, right? Straight up. And then hold and squeezes, little tiny squeezes on your ball. I know it might seem like bordering on torture here. So just hang it there. Take a rest if you need to. All right, then let that knee come down for a moment, but keep the ball. And now straight out to the side, lift and lower. And lift and lower. Good, and breathe. This is kind of a full body workout, hanging onto that ball, right? And lift and lower. Good. Last one. And when your knee comes back to the mat, go ahead and take that ball out from your leg. Stretch back onto the heels for a second, off your hands. Okay. And then we're going to come onto our belly next, so you can bring the ball underneath your sternum. So it's going to be like right here, like you're resting on a pillow, right? If you were like watching TV, resting on your pillow, like that. But right under the chest, and the arms are going to be down here, with the elbows reaching down, forearms on the ground, right? And keep your arms pressing into the ground, keep your elbows reaching down, and you're going to let your head relax forward on the ball. So your chin's resting on the ball. And then you're going to lift your head and chest, and you're going to try to push the ball with your chest. Try to push it forward. And then relax down. Good. Inhale. On our exhale, we're going to try to push that ball forward. Or you could inhale that way and exhale down. Really doesn't matter. Just want you to breathe. So we're trying to lengthen our spine, right? We're lengthening our spine, pressing our arms into the ground, and really try to roll that ball forward. Keep your gaze down so your head is not lifted, because you don't want to strain your neck. Okay, relax, and then try to roll it away, and then relax. Try to roll it away. Your arms are really pulling to help you, right, on the ground. Roll it away. Great. And then we'll take the ball, bring it overhead, and just put your hands on top of it. Like that. And you're just going to press up, pressing our hands into the ball, lifting up into extension. Okay. And lower down. And we'll add the leg. So inhaling as we rest on the ball, maybe, and then exhaling as you press into the ball and lift your left leg. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press into the ball and lift your right leg. Inhale, lower down. Keep going, alternating, right? Left leg lifts up as we press up and lower down. And then right leg and lower down. Keep going, a couple more, and then when you're even on both sides, we're going to press up one more time. Press up and then float both legs up and just do a little flutter kick. So you're just pressing into the ball, lifting up as much as you are able. Just flutter kick the legs, right? Reaching back. And stop, relax down. And then we're going to take hold of the ball with our hands. We're going to lift up a little bit, float up off the ground, take your ball in your left hand, bring both arms behind you, lift a little higher. Right hand takes the ball and lower down. And then lift up, right hand takes the ball behind us, switch it to the left, bring it around and lower down. Again, lift, both arms go back, switch, forward, lower down. Lift, right arm takes the ball back, switch, bring it forward, and lower down. And you can relax now. So we'll go ahead and bring ourselves up and stretch our back. So if you want to come up to your knees and then stretch back to the heels. You might want to open your knees apart. All right. I'm going to come around to sitting and let's put the ball behind our back. Just hands or feet on the mat, knees bent. Find your shoulder blade area there, right? And hands behind the head. Just take a little stretch back over the ball here, relaxing. Arch back. Yeah, just letting our chest open and taking a few breaths here. You can also release your head if that's comfortable for you. And on the ground, stretch your arms out because it feels good in the spine, right? We're just letting our spine bend the other direction, opening the chest. Feel a little stretch in the front of the shoulders if you've got your arms released. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and lift your head and shoulders up. Scoot your ball a little bit down. If it's up high, kind of push it down so it's under your shoulder blades. Stretch your right leg in. Stretch your left leg long. And stretch your legs away from each other. Good. And then switch. Stretch your left leg in. Stretch your right leg long. Pull that knee in. Good. And then switch again. Pull that right leg in. Stretch it to the ceiling. Put a stretch. Good. You can bend and straighten, whatever feels good. And then slide your left leg in, grab hold, stretch your right leg down. Let's give this leg a stretch. Good. You might bend and straighten your leg. You might move your feet. Right. Just give this leg a little stretch. And then we're going to move with that stretch, right? So we're holding onto our left leg. We're going to lift our right leg and switch. Give it a good stretch. Lift your left leg and switch. Hopefully you're feeling supported by the ball, behind the back. As we do our single straight leg stretch, it's called, fondly known as scissors. Good. Just really stretching the legs. An active stretch, right? Really. Good. And breathe. And then when you're even on both sides, whenever that is, go ahead and bring your legs together, feet on the mat, hands behind the head. Take another stretch over your ball. You might move your ball up a little bit, but just take one more stretch back over the ball for a moment. Take a couple breaths. Careful not to get dizzy. Move too quickly. From this position and up can get you a little dizzy. Let's see where we're at here. Okay. All right, and then lift your head and shoulders up. Bring your hands behind your leg or whatever you need to do to come up to sitting. And then we're going to sit with our legs in a straddle with the sits bones. You might use your hands behind your hips here to kind of press yourself forward, especially to kind of help you sit tall, right? Just kind of flat back, press forward. And then lifting up, we'll take our ball and take the ball in one hand, anchoring our hips. Straddle's not too wide here, right? We're going to rotate, put the ball just outside of that leg. You're just going to roll it towards your foot, stretch toward the foot, roll it back and pick it up, right? And open. Oops, pick it up. Take it to the other side, roll it away. Pick it up with the other hand, roll it out, keep those hips anchored, feel that stretch, pull it back, lift it up, take it over, good. Roll it away. I usually do it the other way. We lift the ball up over our head, which is good because it helps us sit tall. And then we take it in that hand. It's probably a better way to do it. And then you roll it away toward your foot. Pull it in, lift it up, over to the other side, put it down, roll it away. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulders mostly, right? And we reach our other arm back. A little bit of a hip stretch, nice twist, lift it up, over to the other side. Right, and then when you finish, you're even on both sides, you can take your ball out from your one side, whatever side you want to do. Just take a little side stretch there. If your legs are not you're not comfortable with your legs straddled, you can sit however you want. Okay, just take a stretch and lift up. And take a stretch over. And lift up. And then other side, just 2 little stretches on each side. So take a stretch over. And back up. And take it over. And lift. Right. Okay, everybody, we are actually, I think went over a little bit. Thanks for coming. And I'm going to hit the button here.